in this topic we'll consider key vitamins, minerals, related minerals along with some special case studies. Special thanks to Dr. Princer for helping me in this activity. So let's start. Role of various vitamins and minerals in animal reproduction. So key vitamins are vitamin A, beta carotene, vitamin D3 and vitamin E. So vitamin A help in ovarian health, beta carotene help in follicular genesis, fertility rates improved by using beta carotene. Vitamin D3 help in calcium absorption and it's vital for reproductive health. Vitamin E, as we all know, it acts as antioxidant and protects reproductive tissues. So these are the products we use mostly in dining. We usually use Raprodol. Next one is macro minerals in reproductive health. So major macro minerals are calcium, phosphorus and magnesium. Calcium helps in uterine contraction for smooth carrying processes, mainly in baby cows and dogs. Phosphorus may be used for menstrual cycle, as most of the time we usually encounter the menstrual cycle when we use phosphorus. Magnesium is used with calcium as along calcium acts as cardiotoxic and it will lead to a tachycardia. Then we usually use magnesium. These are the products. Abdomen. Next, trace minerals. Importance of trace minerals and how it will use in fertility. So, trace minerals are used for hormone synthesis, immunity, and embryonic survival. For hormone synthesis, zinc and selenium play a key role, which is used for influencing reproductive hormones that regulate ovulation and overall fertility. Then immunity, essential for successful breeding and calf production. Embryonic survival for increasing the chances of healthy pregnancy and daily menstrual. These are the products which we usually use, dairy fine and Raprodol. The next one are the special grade mineral mixture, area specific mineral mixture, selected bioavailability and consumption improved. This area specific mineral mixture is different from the normal mineral mixture. They help in enhancing the nutrient absorption for fertility, selected bioavailability, improved mineral availability in light, and consumption, improved rates and efficacy. So these selected activity for vested in gold. Next is Thalasamrit is produced from KC Bas. So next one are the DIGAD in examination management. DIGAD diets and prevention of hypocalcemia. DIGAD are basically dietary anion difference can lead to imbalance anion difference. DIGAD lead to metabolic issues. Here I'm not talking about the normal DIGAD. It's imbalanced DIGAD lead to metabolic issues, increase risk of hypocalcemia, negatively affect the cow health and physical performance. Prevention of hypocalcemia. Implementing DIGAD strategies help to prevent hypocalcemia in transition cows by ensuring optimal calcium availability during this critical perimenstrual period. These are the products that embolics and uterotonics we all know. Embolics are used for the stimulating uterine contraction. Toponics are used for relaxing the uterine contraction. But here I will consider this embolics and uterotonics. For removing this, for prolonging the bleeding and uterine inflammation, we use uterotonics. These are the products: Ectomar, Albumet, and calcium therapy. Calcium gel, Mypex, Borologate. Nowadays, calcium gel are mostly used because it actually absorbs slowly. And Mypex, whenever we used to give this as IV, we consider giving it in a slow phase. So calcium gel is used in a daily option as it absorbs in a slow phase and act in a long term. Then Borologate. These are the byproducts. So my PPT is having some field case at least for 10 days. Then calcium protocol for overall health and reproductive efficacy. As our Punjab is already representing calcium and copper and cobalt, along with potassium and phosphorus. So area specific mineral mixture are usually considered nowadays instead of mineral mixture, normal mixture. So that's it for the